Hello YouTube, I hope you're absolutely doing amazing, and as you read from the title, today we're going to be discussing reasons why New Journey is losing players, and we're gonna give the solutions obviously, because we're not just gonna keep saying oh this game is dying and then stop, obviously, duh. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to know the reason why I haven't been posting lately while I was doing interviews for a job. So yeah, moving on from that, let's start talking about the reasons. So the first reason for me, basically this is my opinion. If you have an opinion, I would be loved to read it down in the comments, as long as you stay respectful, and let's get into it. The reason number one is characters are outdated. Some characters that has been made in 2022 or even made after revamp, they don't feel so smooth to play as or feel great to play as, therefore they are outdated and needs to a revamp or a change. And now I'm gonna state those characters for the New Journey owners so they can have it easy just to get on with it. So the first characters is that all Storm skins, including Base Storm, Goddess Storm, and Blood Storm. I feel like these characters are outdated and need of a change or a revamp immediately. Next we have is Jean Grey and Christmas Jean Grey. Also, I mean, we have confirmed that Jean Grey is gonna revamp, but I feel like Christmas Jean Grey is also in need of a revamp. Next is Zombie Wanda. We know that Zombie Wanda has her own abilities that I would really love for her to have in the game. Monica need of a revamp. Wanda Wardrobe also need of a revamp. Christmas Monica, Agatha and Halloween Agatha, and the last is base Audrey. Those characters that I can think of that are in need of a revamp or a change. Obviously, they don't have to change them immediately. They can start. I just gave the list and they can start with whomever they want. So if you have another character that you want to tell me, make sure you say in the comments. Next reason on why New Journey is losing players is abilities in need of a change. We all know that New Journey has chosen the path to make the game more skill oriented, which means that if you need to have a certain degree of a skill to get a certain kill. But we all know that there are some problematic abilities in the game that I would love for them to be changed. Also, I will be giving them the change that they do so they can make it more balanced and fair to that character as well. Starting with Wanda Sheild. I know people are gonna get mad at me from that, but hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Wanda Sheild only allow you to use hex bombs and bolt while you are on your shield. But we all know that Wanda is a weak character if you remove her shield, so we're gonna add her old hex bombs as a skill coin ability. Also add 2 to 3 extra abilities for her so we can balance her out to other limiteds and other characters. Next is Selene Bloodstorm. Selene's Bloodstorm, we all know that it is kind of like really OP because it stops you from using abilities and from moving while she can still use abilities on you. So I would say that Selene's Bloodstorm needs to be deleted or add a big cooldown, because we know that Selene's Storm now is like 20 seconds. Maybe I would make it 2 minutes cooldown, because I don't think Selene needs her Bloodstorm anyways. Maybe she needs it so she can get up from a fight, but most people use Bloodstorm just so they can get easy kill. Because I use it too. It gives me easy kill. I can admit that, but I do feel like that Bloodstorm needs to be deleted or added a big cooldown, like 2 minutes, aka like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, so we can make it fair, because Selene's spells and abilities are good enough for her to fight on her own. Next we have is Madelyne's ultimate. Now this is a very, very big problematic ability. If you're gonna balance all the one above, this one needs also to be balanced. When sucked into her hell dimension, only your shield is deactivated, okay? So you're gonna have all your abilities to protect yourself, but you cannot shield on, so Selene, or rather Madelyne, will be able to fight you, and you know, you'll also be able to protect yourself, because Madelyne's ultimate is one of those abilities that you just stand still and wait to die. Like if you play heroes, you know that there's a character called Atomic Eve, I think, like I'll call her Pink Woman. So when she does her bubble on you, you basically stand still and wait to die. Some of these abilities are very problematic and needs to be a change. So I do feel like the best balance to it is you only be able to use your shield while you only be able to not use your shield while in the ultimate. Obviously, it's gonna give buffs to Madelyne as well, so in case she gets teamed on, 1,500 health, and 1,500 magic, so she can fight back in case of a lot of people inside that thing. Next we have is also Madelyne's ability, which is Voracious Abyss, which is a Z ability. I'm not gonna change anything about this except for longer cooldown. Like, it is 20 seconds now, make it like 35 seconds, that's it, for me. Next we have is Dark Phoenix. We all know that Dark Phoenix is a very problematic character. She is very easy to use and she is currently after Madelyne, I think, or like same as Madelyne. She's the strongest character in the game. I would not do anything to her except for some nerfs, some damage nerfs on her abilities. So she can use more abilities rather than just 3 abilities and get you killed in 2 seconds. That I would actually be amazing. Next is her resurrection. I feel like her resurrection kind of messes up a lot because when she resurrects, she kind of like stops the whole map, and people who are in a fight might get like unfair treatment. Maybe I get like ragdolled. I was fighting this person and I was winning, and then I get ragdolled and then they win instead, and so on and so forth. I feel like this is like very, very problematic, and I do feel like her resurrection needs to work similar to her insta-kill. It only affects people around her, and that would make it more, you know, less problematic and more to deal with. Third reason on why New Journey is losing players is lack of activity in teasers. Now hear me out. New Journey owners, if you're watching this video, I tried to make this video as organized as possible so you have the list ready. All you gotta do is work. I made the list for you, and yeah. Make characters teasers so we are aware of who's being worked on. Let's say you're working on magic now. I feel like they're working on magic. I don't know if, I'm not sure. But if you're working on magic, make sure you have a teaser ready that you post on your YouTube channel. Similar to what TVL2 does. You know how Esther does? It doesn't have to be that animated and amazing. No, it just has to be a teaser so we can know and we are aware of who is being worked on. That way, the community will stay hyped up and excited for a certain character. Next thing is make sneak peeks on the actual sneak peek channel and not Hall of Fame. I am going to cry and jump because the amount of sneak peeks are being done on Hall of Fame instead of the sneak peek channel. If you have Game Leaks channels, you have to post it there, darling. I don't check Hall of Fame, I don't check Hall of Shame, none of that. I check sneak peek channel. It doesn't go quiet for months and then all of a sudden everybody knows of a sneak peek. I go check, there is no sneak peek. Oh, we got it from Hall of Fame. No thanks. I don't want that. I want it to be in the actual sneak peek. So people who are like me that are not watching Hall of Fame will also be updated and excited with certain character on the sneak peek, you know? Next is keep us up to date on the next characters on the list. That keeps the community excited. Let's give an example, okay? Let's say I'm a game owner and I have my list as... This year, I'm gonna bring Zatanna, Madison, and anything like Jean Grey, Wanda, by example, okay? I know they're out on the game, but this is just an example. I'm gonna make a list, and I'm gonna tell them, oh, we are expecting to bring out Madison first, and then Zatanna, and then Wanda, and then Jean Grey. And you're gonna post it to the community. The community is gonna be really excited. Oh my god, we're gonna have Jean Grey. Oh my god, we're gonna have this and that, you know? Which is gonna keep the community up to date and gonna keep them fresh about the game, not bored or something. It's like you play with the mentality. Like with the mentality of your players, you play with it. So you keep them excited about the game. If they're excited about something coming out to the game, they are excited about playing that game. AKA, players will still play your game. Next thing is make a roadmap. So if you don't know what roadmap is, it's kind of similar to it's kind of related to the character list. So if you have Wanda, Madelyne, and Selene, by example, the roadmap works like January is Wanda, March is Selene, August is, you know, Jean Grey or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what a roadmap is. Now, let me give you my roadmap because this roadmap is the best for the owners. And I do think they're gonna like it a lot. So we have every 3 months a release of one character. Let's say we have Zatanna. They announced Zatanna is gonna come out, or like Zatanna is being worked on. After 3 months, she comes out. Okay, each 3 months we have a release of a big character, but every 1 month and a half we have a release of quality of life changes. If you don't know what that means, it basically means buffs, nerfs, events, or character revamps. Okay, so we have 3 months, we cut 3 months in half. Okay, so let's say Zatanna released now. 1 month and a half later, we have, let's say, revamp of Jean Grey. And then 1 month and a half later, aka 3 months in total, we have the release of a new character like Magic, by example. You get what I mean? So that roadmap is gonna be really, really good. It's gonna give you 3 months to update, to script a whole new character, as well as gonna give you 1 month and a half to script or update certain abilities or characters, or make certain events, aka Halloween, Christmas, Chinese Lunar Year. I would like them to add some Muslim events too, like add that too, like Eid or something, please. Anyways, anyways, so that's what I mean by a roadmap. Every 3 months, release of a game pass or coin character or both. Every month and a half, release of a quality of life changes, nerfs, events, characters, revamp, new abilities from the skill-based shop, and more and more. And next we have, which is the fourth reason on why New Journey is losing players, is the focus on it, on some kind of like, I don't want to say irrelevant or bad characters, but I do feel like they need to focus on famous and well-known and loved characters. Okay, so let's say some people love Emma Frost, obviously, but I don't know who Emma Frost is. When they say, oh, we're working on Emma Frost, I didn't care. You get what I mean? Like, I was like, who's that? I don't care. You know what I mean? So I feel like they should focus more on famous and well-known and well-loved characters, so they can have so they can catch the attention of a lot of new players from different games, rather than just pushing out unwanted characters. This will help boost the player count of the game. Let's say there's like, let's take Wanda by example, okay? When Wanda was coming to New Journey, it made a whole fuss. Okay, let's be real. It was all over the place, all over TikTok, all over everywhere. Everybody excited. Even when she came out, it was like 15,000 people playing the game, 20,000 people. It was insane. Why? Because that character is well loved and well known. So if you focus on those, you'll actually bring attention to your game, and more player we're gonna want to play your game. You know what I mean? So do that, New Journey, please. Because if you ask me who Cyclops is, I'm gonna say I don't know. Madelyne is well known, so she was a good thing. Selene is also well known. She was a good thing. Wanda and stuff like that. You get the point. Okay, you get the point. Let's move on to the fifth reason on why New Journey is losing players. Make quest skins. They don't need to have new abilities before you come at me. They don't need to have new abilities, okay? Similar to what Heroes does. By the way, Cams is very, very smart with this. Like, he's a very smart person. I give him that. Similar to what Heroes does, basically, let's have an example. So you're gonna make a Elsa. You know Elsa. Everybody knows Elsa. Even though, don't make Elsa a quest because she's known. Make her a game pass. Back to my last point. Anyways, so by example, I make Elsa a quest skin for Iceman, and she's gonna have the same abilities, but it's a different skin. So people who actually love Elsa is gonna be like, oh, we have a quest, and everybody's gonna be playing to collect that quest. Everybody's gonna have Elsa, and they're gonna play as Elsa rather than play as Iceman. And trust me, you see now Iceman barely being used. When Elsa is gonna be Iceman's skin, she's gonna be hella used, even if they have only the same abilities. So I feel like that's a very smart move from Cams. Make quest skins similar to what you did to Zombie Wanda, I think. From now and then, like characters who doesn't have a lot of skins, by example, like I said, Iceman, Human Torch, they don't have skins, Emma Frost, Audrey. You know, make kind of quest skins so that you can have more characters to play as. You get what I mean? Even though they have the same abilities, the appearance is gonna be appealing. So yeah. And the last note, or last reason on why New Journey is, no, it's not like why New Journey, it's more like an advice, okay, what I mean? Since New Journey is no longer a Marvel oriented game, okay, which means you can have an original character, aka you have done it before with Audrey, host competition for your creative audience to create an original character and her abilities. Y'all underestimate how freaking creative these people are. These people are crazy creative. I'm not even kidding. They draw really well. They have really mindset over characters and abilities. Really great editing skills and more. Like, just host a competition, say, create an original character that potentially will be added to the game, create her moveset abilities, create her appearance, and her voice lines, okay? And host that competition. The winner of that competition, which is gonna be chosen by the owners, their character that they created in their mind will come to life in the game. That's gonna be amazing. That is possibly amazing. Like players engagement. It is amazing. Like, you have your player's character added to the game. You're gonna have your players to express their imagine. My English is so trash. Like, their imagination, their imagination and their skills and stuff like that. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Not to mention, yeah, you're gonna ask me, how does this benefit me as an owner? Listen here. You're gonna have a whole character ready with her whole moveset and her whole appearance and her whole voice line ready for you to just come and script. AKA, that's months of working. Like, months of working. It's gone for you. Just go ahead and start working on it immediately. Don't tell me I'm not a genius. This last thing needs to be seen by the owners. Like, share this video everywhere. This stuff is absolutely needed in the game. And I do feel like I worked really, really hard to come up with this stuff. And I do feel like, I don't feel like I know. If New Journey kind of applies the stuff that I shown in this video, they're gonna really do well. Like, they're gonna really, really do well. So, tell me if you enjoyed this video. If you like my suggestions, tell me if you know my suggestions are going to help this game, because I know for a fact they will. And tell me your suggestions if you have anything else to add in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!